Yo, 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 yo. If you're in here, you are the realest person around because I have it on members only mode and I have yet to share this stream yet. So if you're in here, you're on here on your own residual findings. And I appreciate you. I love you. I'm going to send out the link now. Oh. Alright, sending link now. Oh, wait. And yes, I am aware there was no sound. I was not here. I was muted. Sometimes I like to start the stream before I'm here. Alright, cool. Yeah, Team Real Ones. Which, again, there are other people here. It's not like it's just members here. But, yes, it's members only for typing. I just can't anymore. If you have to talk, just sign up. It's $4.99. and there's an insane amount of value that comes along with it that I don't even need to sell you on. But let's jump into things. So here's the bigger time frame, guys. I think you're all aware of my bigger time frame TA. From the weekend. Again, here's the link to that. Here's all the different scenarios that we talked about. Here's the news for today, and then we're going to go over the smaller time frame here in a second, as well as the list and all that good stuff. But so far, what we've seen since last week is a nice little close higher. Again, this at the time was the highest close for the S&P for the year, and now an even higher close for the S&P for the year. So what we're looking for is a potential bull flag picking up here. We do have a pretty good higher open here, and this is the cause of tech moving even higher right now. You have Apple sitting kind of flat. You got Microsoft kind of flat. You got AMD up a little flat, but the big ones moving right now are Tesla and Netflix. Keep your eyes on those today. I also really like Microsoft based on some charting we did the other day. If you go out to the max daily, I drew the supply, I drew the demand, I drew three of the main gaps in between that range that kind of sit around where price is right now. Again, just kind of focus on where current price is. And you can see we've actually gone up and rejected the top gap before that supply, and we've pulled back down. Almost kind of like SPY. We've pushed up and we've pulled back, kind of like a little bull flag here. So going to be watching the low here, 331.60s for a pullback to the 9. That can be your first target. Second target's top of this area of potential demand. Again, it's demand because it returned it here. If we end up getting an open range breakout to the upside, which again they are just kind of starting flat, they're a little higher than yesterday's close, but basically flat. You're looking for this range here at 336.40s to break. You could say 336.50 if you want an easier level to remember. But over that area, you can aim towards this area of supply. Over this area of supply, you have the ultimate area of supply at 340s. So yes, you could be seeing Microsoft 340s before the end of this bigger rally. So keep that in mind. Let's jump down to the smaller time frames. Wait, did I even say what's going on here? I'll say it again. Basically, on SPY, you're looking over the kind of combination of this high, and this high for open range breakout. And inside of the range breakout can occur over 428, which, again, we are starting over already and moving towards the top of this area, which if you want me to mark that for you, that would be about 429.60. So about $1 where we're opening from right now. So look for that to be touched today if a breakout higher does happen. And if you want a higher breakout past that to happen, you're going to need to break out above 429.60 / 430, the ultimate psychological 430 level. So keep an eye on that for bigger time frames as well as smaller time frames. The support that you're really kind of watching today, your range, is really because the combination of this day's low and this day's close. So if you want to draw your range, that's essentially how big your range is today, is between that tiny area. So keep that in mind. Could also just have a very, very tiny range day today. Scroll down. Where are we at? Wednesday, June 7th, we got trade deficit. That already came out. And then later on in the day, an hour before close, we have consumer credit. So you do have one more piece of news. Again, this is blackout week, so there should not be any Fed speakers until next week. So next week, again, of course, having the bigger piece of news coming out that should move the markets a lot more. But again, we're already seeing the result of that. We're already seeing a breakout to the upside. This has already been happening. You should not be surprised right now. All right, now, what have we seen on smaller time frames since yesterday? Well, yesterday we had a little bit of a base build, good consolidation, which honestly, let's jump it out a little bit. After this amount of rallying, seeing this kind of day and this kind of day hold the same support is a very good sign for bulls, because this can potentially tell us that bulls do want to try to take prices higher. So we're going to keep that in mind. Over pre-market high, we're going to most likely go for that 2-day ago supply that we could not get past. Past that, we have 430.40, 431, 432. So these are a couple levels to the upside we'll be looking at. To the downside, I'm going to zoom this out enough to where you can see everything I want to talk about. So you see how we kind of like pushed up here, closed, and then kind of sat above that in extended hours. And then here in pre-market, we took a little bit of a dive, ended up holding 427.40s, and we got a little bit of a bounce here. Well, this indicates to me now that this is the ultimate level. This is the ultimate downside level inside of the range. Again, this is all inside of the range. You already know what the ultimate level is. The ultimate level to break is this blue area here, because this is the level we've been holding the past couple days. So if this breaks, we should get a fat flush, right? Whether that's today, whether that's in 3 days, whether that's in 13 days, and 4 hours, it doesn't matter. That's what you're looking out for an ultimate drop. This is short-term inside of the range. So keep that in mind, and we know that because that's where pre-market low was made, as well as where they ended up holding yesterday before they ended up closing. So that's a good downside inside of the range level. Upside, initial break, you're going to be watching this pre-market high. Above pre-market high, yes, I know it's not super far away. It's not as fun or as awesome as it could be if it was farther away. But this is your very first area to look out for a potential slowdown. Again, this is your few day ago high, like I shared with you guys. Over this, we'll look towards 430, 430.40, 431, and 432. Oops. Just trying to delete things. All right, there we go. But give me a thumbs up or a yes or any kind of indication to me that you do understand today's game plan. If you picked up any of the information from the bigger or the smaller time frame to help you out with not just today, but going into the rest of the week. But I hope a lot of this helps you out. Yeah, give me a red thumbs up or a green candlestick or a red candlestick. Give me something. Show me that you get what we're talking about here. Bigger and smaller time frame broken down already. Now we can move on to looking at the sectors real quick. And then we can, wait for the market to open. So real quick, I'm going to draw some supply and some demand from the high and low of yesterday on a lot of my sector charts real quick. And this is just to help me out with short-term information when we do trade today. So I'm going to mark the supply of high of day. I'm going to cheat, add a couple days. There we go. I want to get these lows in here. Add a couple days. Bam. Done. Tech done. Alright, so this will be an interesting spot. Healthcare. And we'll go back at we'll look back at these again whenever the market's open. Let me just add both those green candles. 8. Let's include the low and the high of that candle, so we'll get the yesterday open in there as well. Combine that. Yesterday's high to the open of that green candle, giving me a supply. There is an area of demand here. I'm going to add this. I'm just going to do the meat of the bone. Short-term demand. If that's broken, that could be a really good downside area. And then we can add a small one here. And then discretionary. Wow, they're kicking ass this morning. Oh, this is because of Tesla, duh. Doy. Already knew that. Alright, let's add the short-term demand here. And we'll just add the open and the level there. And there we go. We got all of our sectors done. That was fast. It's like 2 minutes. So we'll go through those as the market's moving. We'll see what's up. Tech, of course, winning the most. You got healthcare in a close not close second. They're in second for weight of SPY. Then you got comms, financials, discretionary. Of course, if you have TOS and let's say you're looking at the SPY chart, you see this top left part right here where it says 1 symbol link. And I know you can't see this, but if you click analyze above that, and you have that 1 still selected there while SPY is sitting there in your little selection for whatever you have typed in, then you can see the top weights. You can see the top weights of SPY individually as well as sector-wise. So you can see 28% of SPY is basically tech. Healthcare, you got almost 14%. Banks, you got a little under 13%. Discretionary, 10.3%. Services, that's XLC, Google, Meta, all that good stuff, Netflix, almost 9%. And that right there, bam, that's our top 5 sectors. Hey, look, they finally fixed uncategorized, guys. It only took them forever, but they did it. That's awesome. Because that was confusing a lot of people, and I was getting very tired of having to answer that question. So I'm so happy that's finally fixed. Yep. I'll also try to remember, hopefully I'll help me remember too, to bring up the briefing website more, because that has awesome updates every day. Every 30 minutes or every hour. Double bubble confirmation. Every time you say that, even though I know it's where it's from, I keep thinking zero bubble, like we're on a submarine or something. Or whatever saying they use in subs. Zero bubble? Alright, so, we're all good. Let me add the pre-market high so we don't have to talk about it. We'll just leave it there. Everything else is good. Every hour? Okay. Sometimes they'll give, like, extra posts. Like, if you go there now, you can see they actually posted within, like, 10 or 13 minutes of each other. So we have a high and a lower high in pre-market at the high, so keep that in mind. I'm not saying just start grabbing puts at open, but that is a very bad sign for bears, or for bulls, if they cannot get back above this area, or at least try to penetrate for 2880s. So we'll see what happens here. We have less than a minute till the open. Drop a like on the stream. Again, I hope everybody caught the update so far on what we're doing. We charted the sectors. We talked about a couple of the things on the list. We talked about SPY mainly on the bigger and smaller time frame, what we can picture next, what's possible for all sides of the story. So go back to the beginning of the stream if you want to catch all of that. Drop a like on the stream. It definitely helps out a lot. If you're interested in joining the channel, please. There's a ton of awesome new videos. And I think moving forward, I am just going to leave the streams in member-only mode. It's just so much more pleasing. But good morning, everyone. I'm sorry if I missed your good morning message. I did see a lot of you join in. Good morning, good morning. Make sure you have a water. I think I have mine behind me. And again, just for some easy little kind of like helpful tips on the stream, if you look at the bottom left of your screen, you know, move your finger or move the mouse, something to show the, you know, the HUD. But click live. Make sure that has a red dot next to live, because sometimes YouTube will lag and you will be backed up on that and you'll actually be not live. So make sure that's live. 2, click on the settings cog at the bottom right. Make sure that's an HD or a higher setting for yourself, because sometimes YouTube will set that default lower and it will just kind of annoy you and everything looks like shit. Looks like we're playing Minecraft when we're looking at charts. So make sure those are all selected correctly. And every now and then, check up on that. Check to see if that's still set, because I have been seeing a few of you guys be like 5 minutes behind stream, and you think it's the stream, but it's because you're not live. And it's not even your fault either. It's just YouTube just loves to like reselect settings for people, and I have no clue why. It happens to everybody though, so don't think you're crazy. Well, you might be crazy, but not for that reason. Thank you guys again for almost 50 likes on the stream. Highly appreciated. I'm also going to try to do my best to post more in the chat. I keep forgetting to post updates in the chat like they don't exist. So I'm going to try my best to do better on that. Which, again, everybody in chat's doing a great job updating. It's not like there is no updating happening, but I want to do better about that. Somebody in my chat said, there's nothing like waking my wife up to the sound of your voice first thing in the morning. Oh, great. This guy again. Your wife, probably. But that keyboard, though. Oof. Y'all really hitting me hard today, huh? Alright. I remember that. Alright, I'm going to do a cool little poll now. Let's do a fun one. Start a poll. Yes. SPY close over or under 428? Let me give y'all a tricky one underneath now. Over and under. Which also, if somebody that's in my Discord that's not a YouTube member, can you tell me if you could still vote even if you're not a member? Because I'm just kind of curious about that. But the poll's up. Everybody go vote on it. All right, thank you, Don Dude. Appreciate you. Thank you, Blink. Okay, there's a ton of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was just curious, because that would be like some serious communism if you couldn't vote. Just because you're not a YouTube member. It's like, what? It's a click of a button. I won't show it. You have to go to the main channel and then click join. It's like a join membership button at like the top of the channel or something. I don't know how it looks on the phone, I'll be honest. I'll go look now. Are we going to get this higher push into 430s, everybody, or are we going to slow down here? Let's go to the 1 minute, make it exciting. Doji close over. If this candle can close over, it can be a very good sign for bulls. I'll go back to the 5 after 10 minutes go by. Pretty good hold by bulls so far on the 1 minute, though. New high being popped. See if they want 429.37 within the first 10 minutes. The price action is telling us they do. See if they actually go do it, though. New high again. Every new high is so slow, though. They push it, slow down, push it, slow down. They're scared to keep pushing these highs. Alright, let's see if we get to 429.37 or if they're going to go up to the top of the supply. Again, that's is that 2 day ago or 3 day ago? 2 day ago, okay. I had to make sure. You have your water? Good, good, good. Yo, good morning, For Profit. Good morning, peoples. Oh, nasty rejection. We'll see if they take out 428.80s. Again, you really shouldn't be taking any plays or anything new. If anything, you'd be closing out positions, if anything. Maybe from yesterday or if you had a swing or whatever. But a really big, awesome passive rule is to just not trade the first 10, 15, sometimes 30 minutes. Again, Devin, if you guys ever join Devin streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the Discord, he always talks about the 30-minute rule. He doesn't touch shit for 30 minutes. Or if he does, it's because of, of course, breaking a good level to the upside. But overall, though, that 30-minute rule is very good, passive, concrete rule to kind of stick to. Just discipline-wise, I think it's a really good thing to build up your discipline. Because it puts you in a mindset of like, all right, well, at least I have a set standard of time to give myself each morning. I can get a lot of information. Then I can have a little bit more confidence and information in my potential next trade. Who knows? Whereas the person who's trading it open, he doesn't really have that much info. He's just going off of whatever happening right at the open, There's not much info there. He's relying a lot on at open momentum. Which, again, that's cool, too. Was that a 9 EMA test in continuation, Josh? So far, yes. Because they did break our level, but they didn't break anything on the 9 EMA. Also, I'm on the 1 minute. It's not really fair to call that out. I said I'd sit here until 8:40 my time. So the first 10-minute candle appears, I'll go to the 5-minute, then the 10-minute. We'll look at that, and then we'll see. But yes, you are correct, David. And yo, thank you for joining the channel, Trey. Here in a second, I'll go over what is on the channel, and then you can go through it and navigate. Give it a few more minutes. Glad to have you on board, though. Definitely check out the membership section if you can find it on your own. Here in a second, I'll show you. See if I can pop this new high on SPY before the first 10 minutes of the day are up. And yeah, be sure to welcome Trey, everybody. The family grows. New high made. Held 50% on the 5-minute candle. Good job, Evis, calling that out. We all know what that means. And if you don't know, check out one of the latest YouTube uploads. Really, really nice move so far. All right, we're less than a minute away, and then I'll switch over to the 5-minute candle. Check the 10-minute for a second as well. But we almost made it to the bottom of the supply from the 2-day-ago supply. Yep, there it is. Wow, that's impressive. All right, so I'm going to post this. We're going to say within the first 10 minutes, we made it to supply. All right, I said SPY 1 minute, made it to 2-day-ago supply within the first 10 minutes of open. Watch for a retest / pullback towards 428.80 / open for a hold or break. Open range move over supply for bulls. Let's draw our 5-minute. What'd you say? Drawing fib from 420.80 to current high. Oh, good stuff. And you don't have to on the 1 minute. I mean, you can, I guess. Doesn't really matter fib-wise, but Control Z. I couldn't remember what it was. Well, let's go to the 5-minute, though. Ah, that looks so much better. Just a nice little pump so far. On the 5-minute, all that was a retest. The 1 minute looks a lot more aggressive. Let's go to 10-minute real quick. 10-minute, you can see all we've done is just make it to supply. We're getting a wick there. 2 candles in a row. So definitely some weakness there. Like I said, most likely getting a pullback down to here or here. And of that, we need to watch, are we going to get a bounce? Or are we going to get a continuation down that ends up breaking these supports, and we can look for even more shorts, which, again, on the way down, you're going to want to be looking for retests. I don't want to just see a break. I want to see a retest of that. I don't want to just see a break. I want to see a retest of that, even if it's a short-term retest. Again, if you don't understand retest, check out the latest video on the YouTube channel. That is literally talking about retest. And then also, of course, if we just continue to pump through, what are we looking over, guys? Oh, we're looking over supply. We don't want to just see a break of supply. We either want to see a short-term hold or a long-term hold of supply to make that demand. So we'll see what happens here. I'm going to go back to the 5-minute. Getting a bit of a almost tweezer top kind of look against supply. So could be the early signs of a potential pullback. But again, we're at the top of range, so a pullback would more or less mean that we're just going back to the median of the range. Made back my 2 days of losses. Good job, Jack. Make sure to review. SPY, 50% gains on my overnight 1 DTE calls. Pure lotto runners, no skill. I'm glad you said that too, because if you're gonna make dirty money, be honest about it. Because it's okay to make dirty money, but be honest about it. Because you don't want to sit there and be like, oh, that's how I should make all my trades, you know, and then say you're a badass, and then next thing you know, you're blowing up your account because you're making trades that actually don't have any reasoning behind them. So you guys see a very mature example by Sandollar there. You see a lot of the more mature traders around the Discord community kind of do the same thing. Username says that term as well. A lot of guys in chat say that term. And you'll see that term thrown around when people make a trade that they want to take the risk on, but they're not going to throw their entire account on it, or even normal trade size on it, because they know it's not something they normally trade or practice or have confidence in, compared to a disciplined, more mature setup. So it's always good to kind of point that out to yourself, just so you don't get in the habit of thinking you can continue to make those trades over and over and over and over and over. Put yourself in good habits, good routine. That is how you grow. Alright, so here on the 5-minute, we are getting a continuation. We made another high of day. Rising volume in the first 15 minutes. This could be your continuation to the top of the supply. We'll see if they have the strength to make it through and touch 430 and 430.40. You'd like to change your survey answer? You have to go to another account now, sorry. Let's see, did briefing do an update? Oh, I always like to look. Nope, not yet. I'll give him 17 more minutes. All right, let's go through some of the sectors real quick, and then we'll go through some of the individual equities. So tech, breaking out. They have a potential 3-bar play. Again, I say potential because no new high made yet. They are right there, though. So basically, as long as they hold this, you should be short-term bullish on them. Healthcare doing their best to try and defend 129. If you see a break of that, that could hurt SPY while tech is trying to move higher. Comms also moved higher. That's your Netflix, Meta, Google sector. Banks struggling, but they're stuck inside of the range, so keep an eye on that. That could also hurt SPY if they come back down. Discretionary, well above their means, and that's because Tesla. You have Tesla up 3% at the open. I'm sure other weights within that sector are doing great as well. I'm just mainly focused on the top weights. I'm not going to go down there and micromanage 60 different weights. I'm not a computer. Make sure to drop a like on the stream, guys. I hope a lot of you guys are enjoying some of the information, some of the updates, some of my thought process. Thank you guys again. I do have another couple uploads. I just haven't put them up yet for the public. And then I have another couple ones planned for the members. So can't wait to get on those very soon. I think tomorrow I'll have one made for each of you. One for public, one for member only. So be on the lookout for that. Oh, Trey, my bad. I forgot to show you that. So if you go to the YouTube channel, this is what it looks like. And by the way, if you're someone who's looking for how to join, and I'll give you a link to it, but if you click this, then it should bring you to a screen. But members, if you already have it, click membership. This is where you want to go. I'd scroll down, but there's stuff I can't show everybody. But this is the latest scenarios video, which if you're in the Discord, you've already seen this. Everybody gets this video who's a paying member of something. So if you're in Discord or if you're on YouTube, you get these videos. But the other videos, not everyone has. So I would go check that stuff out. There's a lot of information in there. So go check that out. There's a lot of info. I think there's 53, 54, 55 videos. I'm always forgetting, but there's 50 plus videos in here, essentially, and more on the way. Again, there's always this weekly video. I try to drop at least one video every week besides this video, so it doesn't get too boring. If I don't, though, I always try to make up for it in the next week. I've been taking my YouTube membership very, very, very seriously this year. Because I had never done it before. I didn't even know it was a thing. And I wanted to do it super cheap while also providing, like, a shit ton of information. Like, I wanted to just overload people. I've had somebody downgrade off of it because they were like, dude, you're just posting too much. I can't keep up, blah, blah, blah. It's like, good. That's what I wanted. I hate when you go sign up for a YouTube channel or subscribe and there's just nothing there. It's like, what the heck? I came here for the gold. Where's it at? Yo, good job, Sinful. He's up 85% on his last Apple runner. He had a swing from the other day. Good for him, though. Pumping that new high. Sell on that momentum, too. That's the best. That's where you get the best percentages. Good stuff. Good call out, Evis. He said hammer, hangman, forming on the 10. How is the stream, though, so far? Am I clear? We're doing pretty good. You guys like the updates? I'm trying to go through them while also making sense. I hate when people go through stuff and they just like expect everyone to just know what the hell they're talking about. Which levels wise, that's how I am going to act. But you know, thought process, price action movement. It's okay if you don't understand what the hell's going on. No one does. And don't let anyone ever fool you either. Anybody who pretends to know what the hell they're talking about, just try not to listen to them more. I'll tell you straight up. There's going to be so many times that you're correct and your analysis feels great, and then there's going to be those moments where it's wrong. And those moments where you're wrong is what defines you as a trader. And I know that sounds like cliche. It's like, yeah, no shit. It's like, get knocked down 8 times, get up 9, blah, 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 you know, that kind of thing. But it really is like a legit ideal in the stock market. Like if you're going to come in here, let's say you do great, right? And you're just full of life, full of love now because you've done great today. You planned out what was possible today, and then it happened. You were right. Are you going to be that type of guy that goes in chat for 3 days straight and says you were right over and over? Are you going to keep reflecting on one win? Or are you going to be happy about that, take your base hit, move on to the next one? You know, that's what defines you. You know, and then also that applies to the other side of the spectrum, losing. Let's say you take that same trade and you lose. All right, you take that same trade, you lost. Are you going to go and chat for 3 days straight and say you lost like the same way you would if you won really big? No, hell no you wouldn't. That wouldn't make any sense. That would be weird. But what should you do? Just like in that winning scenario, be humble. You should at least go review it one time because you did fuck up, you did make a mistake, or something went against you, or the trade was just wrong. It's okay. That's okay. You can have that. But did you stick to what you planned? You know, and that's where you need to kind of define yourself. That's where you really need to do most of your reviewing. Your thought process. What did I do? Did I do something wrong? Or did it just go against me? That's really the scenario you should be asking yourself after you lost. So try to be a humble winner and a humble loser is really what I'm trying to say. Good job, D-Touch. He posted an IWM play in chat the other day. You guys got to see these percentages. And Disney. Wow. 143% on the IWM play posted. 25% on his Disney play. He's trimming, it looks like. He still ends partially. Knox to also kicking ass. He posted Etsy all on his own. I remember that. You were the last one. Yep. 8 minutes before close. You guys are posting faster than Duke. Okay, all his are green too. Looks like he had a rough start though because of the consolidation a lot of these things were experiencing. Makes sense though. There, now you guys can't just hear me typing. You can see me type now. Look at that, 90%. Let's go, Sinful. So hyped. It's cool to win, but it's even cooler seeing your homies win. Yo, welcome to the channel, Maps the Great. I already know who you are. How's your brother, man? Maps the Great is a celebrity from back in the day, guys. A chat celebrity. Make sure Maps the Great to go check out the membership part of chat or YouTube. Go check out this part here. You own everything here now. I'd go check that out. Glad to have you here, though, man. Hope you and your brother are doing good. I kind of miss Oscar. If you guys know who Oscar is from way back in the day, this is Oscar's younger brother, equally as badass. Tesla is trying to use previous resistance as support. Great call out, Jazz. I knew that was you saying it before I even looked. Could I share the link to the XPX chart? I didn't rechart it, so this is my one from the other day. But if you want that, you can. Which, it's probably okay, because we didn't really move as much yesterday. So here's the link to that. So if you wanted to choose the link from the other day, you can. Volume picking up on the smaller time frames. What's up, SF? Rising volume shooting hammer at resistance on Tesla. Google a little weak. Meta holding pretty well. Netflix also weak, coming back down, of course. I was just thinking about Oscar too. That's why when I saw his name pop up, I had to ask. Oh, I had to instantly ask. Top of the supply, and we're coming back down, guys. Makes sense to me. I mean, that's where the sellers are at. I can't type with the damn. Ooh, good job, Fantastic John. You took all three, you nut. Oh, okay, at least he was light. Good stuff. Really big day, though. 3 base hits, dude. That's a home run. Good job, Fantastic John. Look at that. Dirty money. See what I'm saying? Took an open market gamble, made some money in the first 15 minutes. See, he's not going to sit here and rely on, oh, I made this. I'm going to do this every day because this is possible. No, he's not. He's not going to do it every day because he understands this isn't going to happen every day. Good job, Eric. Being mature about your gains. I like that. Good job, Mel. Good job, Wag. Let's see what Wag got here. First off, what did this say? Okay, you were on calls. You had 6 of them. Wow, okay. Showing off his levels. And on the 3-minute, he actually entered and then took an exit against the high of day. Wow, what was your exit on that? 124 was top fill. Wow, beautiful job. 3-minute 90 EMA retest, slow volume made me close out. Good job, Wag. Also, it's a good first target. Yeah, maybe not for all 6, but for most of your contracts, though, making it back to that high. I mean, it's logical to say, you know what, this is a good first target. I can size out here. Good job. Devontae took Tesla above open, sold at 10% because size was a little big for me to comfortably hold. Good job. So he was waiting above the open, the pivot point that I always talk to you guys about. It's one of the strongest. Today's open, yesterday's close. 3 of your strongest short-term pivot points. It's only gambling if you lose. It's skill if you win. And yeah, 4,300. Good call out. I think I cleaned it up the other day, but I actually marked that flat, and then I think it was 4,250, which I think I cleaned that up too. Yeah, I did. But it's just good. If you see a wide area, David, on SPX, and you see there's a psychological level there, mark it, or at least note it in your head. It's not an imaginary level. Psychological levels are very strong. 4,250, 4,300, 4,275. Let's say you have a good range there. Good job, though, David. Yep, right now we're getting a potential retest. We'll see what we get. They did, on this really quick buy reaction, they did technically reject. So you might not see it reflected on the 5-minute here if they do just continue flushing. Yeah, here in the 1 minute, they're completely flushing. Let's go see our sectors, too. Tech, perfectly back to previous day high. Keep an eye on that. If they flush under this, that's not good for SPY. We'll see if healthcare can hold. A few days now, we've seen tech pull back. We've seen healthcare actually pump, so keep an eye on that. Same for banks. Every time we've seen everything slow down, banks and healthcare have been taking complete advantage of that. Whether that's sector rotation or just counter reaction, doesn't matter. It's getting really good counter reaction every day. And then you can see the clear range here for discretionary 9 EMA and the level above. So we'll see what happens there on a few of those. Still, though, nice to see everything reacting how we want. $10-minute, really just reacting to both sides of where it's at right now. 30-minute, which ends in about 2 minutes. A minute and a half. Yo, good job, Jazz. Cat did fly. Yep. There you go. See, I don't have to do this for y'all anymore. Y'all are doing it for me. Good job, Jazz. Very happy for you. We'll see if the same becomes of SPY, just like you saw on Cat. Good job. Be sure to drop a like on the stream. Hope you guys are enjoying it. What's up, Wag? Bro, he's been super busy with his dog business. He's like the dog whisperer of El Paso. Oh, God. I didn't even know, man. That's awesome. Man, dude, I'm not joking when I say this. Like, I would genuinely say out of all the older people in chat, everybody misses and remembers Oscar the most. Like, your brother has made the most insane impact on my community out of anybody, including me. Was this a break-even trade, I'm assuming? You said small win, but I'm assuming it's like very, very small. Like almost break-even. It's a good example of my scale-out method, though, peoples. So, and I'm not judging you here. I think you did great here. I'm not doing that at all. I'm just trying to add something onto what you did here. But you said you took 50% of your position here. Why not more? You know, why not? Since we're growing right now, why not sell more of your position here? I don't know how many contracts you had. You said 50%. That could be, 5 out of 10, 1 out of 2, whatever. But in my eyes, I see selling more here, and then regardless of whatever it does in the future, popping a new high, making it to your target or whatever, pulling back. Then in this case, you're selling a smaller amount of your position, and then that smaller win isn't as small, or almost break even. But either way, I'm just trying to add on something to think about for the future. That isn't like the end of the world right there. AMD by Jack. Let's see what he did here. Took 1 for 214. Cut runners. What made you enter right there, Jack? Should have waited for candle close. What made you get in right there, though? Reason for entry, reason for exit. Yeah, you should have done probably like 2 out of 3 right there. You said you had 3. I'd say 2 out of 3 right there. And then with that last one, try to do whatever you can with it. And that's exactly what I talk about in the staircase method. You guys always give Leland a lot of praise for how strong and how accurate he is with his runners, but it's only because he's practiced it for God knows how long with how many contracts, But at first, me, Leland, a lot of the guys in chat, we all practice with 1 contract for our runners because there's no point, right? We're not trying to get rich. We're trying to find good reasoning to hold these contracts longer, right? So how can we do that? By holding just one. Or even just visualizing, past whatever you sell at. That's even another great method, too. I'm sure Leland's already explained that many times. 3 off. Yeah, so you said you had 4, should have taken 3 off. And that's just good practice for the beginning. No one's saying that's what you have to stick to for the rest of your life. Just in the beginning, while you're trying to develop methods, reasoning, confidence behind what you're seeing as you're applying your trading to it. That's a great method. Great job, though, peoples. And thank you for listening. Again, no one here is saying you follow this and you'll be rich. Be comfortable, man. Microsoft taking a huge hit. I see that they're going red. Eesh. That lower open was not appreciated. They filled that gap, came right back down. In my eyes, too, we've done so many lead tests now. Everything is, so screwed for me now, and I'm sure the same thing for y'all. Every time I see any pullback, I'm like, in my eyes, without doing it, I'm like, okay, where's the lead test? Where's it at? So now, instantly, I know AMD, if it doesn't get over 126, I know that AMD is bearish if it doesn't get over 126. Just instantly, looking at that chart. That's how you should see it. Pretty good lead test happening here on SPY as well. I should have threw it back on after we went back to the 30-minute, but I was trying to make it cleaner so you could see it, but rejecting supply. Bearish engulfing at lead test spot. Ugh. Very nasty 2 minutes of dropping there. Yo, great job, Maps. You said taking 30% on the Microsoft break below the 9. Yep, lower hide was made, David, sorry. Good job looking at socks. He said NVIDIA downside after as well. So those are kind of moving away. Oh, that was your runner from your swing. Okay. Well, you said one here, so I didn't know if you had opened another one for a day trade. Good job, though, Jack. Either way. All right, let's go back to that 10 and 5 minutes. Do you see him again? Again, all we have is a good touch and rejection of supply. We still have demand here, so it's not like bears have complete control yet. Leland had a great post for this the other day, too. Don't trade the choppy moves, guys. This is essentially what they're most likely going to do. You might occasionally have these moves that pop up into the supply, pop down into the demand, but for the most part, these are what a lot of your moves are going to end up looking like. Looks like I drew the Mario logo there for a second. I don't know what I just clicked to make the screen do that, but that was very helpful. Thank you guys for over 60 likes on the stream. I seriously do appreciate it. Hopefully some of the updates are alright. Going through SPY, the sectors, some of the weights of those sectors. Also trying to catch up to you guys on Discord. Yo, good job, Briac. I just saw what you posted. You're good, Jack. You're 2 minutes behind again? See, I told you, man. YouTube loves to just put people behind. And yeah, Microsoft made it to the next area below. Again, if you go to the daily time frame, it's just a gap fill I drew from the far left of the chart. I think it's from 2021 or late 2020. Yeah, 2021, late 2021. And then the NVIDIA chart, this thing's on its own. Amazon possibly rejecting away from 126.20s while Tesla's trying to hold a new high. Those are completely moving away from each other, and they're in the same sector. Google, Meta going against each other, so is Netflix. They even pulled back down through support at 411s. Looks like they made it to this area of demand, which I should have, or old supply, turning possible demand, which I should have highlighted over to the right. XLK breaking supply guy, or old demand, potential demand. That could be very, very bad for tech. Healthcare also sitting in demand. Comms possibly turning demand into supply. Banks are in demand. Watch for that to break or hold. Discretionary still fighting against resistance and holding the 9 EMA. So we have a lot. Every sector right now, guys, is at a very, 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 very crucial spot. Good updates in the top watches channel by Leland. Of course, if you guys are in Discord, I would 300% sure you make sure you review that channel. Really, really good SPX updates, SPY updates. And it's all just facts. No one's really going in there saying, all right, guys, I'm super bullish or I'm super bearish. It's just posting what is happening. We don't like to be biased in my chat. It really doesn't help anybody. It's very toxic. Potential hold of supports on most sectors, looks like. We'll see if this ends up being a hold. Tesla new high of day, good call it, Julian. Answered my question before I asked it, Josh. Marking the chop as no interest zone 429.30 to 428.60. Exactly, David. Good looks. I can tell your head's in the right space. See, David, when you ask questions, I don't feel so, like, unenergetic or like, wow, is this guy even listening to a single thing I'm saying? Like, you're asking great questions every time you ask me a question. I love it. I was just talking about you the other day, because one of my videos that I have recorded, it's literally me answering you. And it made for a really, really good video from that stream. I think it was the latest video, actually, the retest video. I think I'm talking to you. So keep the good questions coming, man. I appreciate it. Yes, there is a difference between good questions and bad questions. A bad question is if you are lazy and I can tell you are asking me something that has been clearly gone over 1 billion times. Like if I'm literally sitting here covering why 428.80 is important, and then right after you hit me with, well, is it breaking lower or should we get calls? Like then I know you're not paying attention. I know you're not here to learn. There's a way to ask things. Sinful, what is CPI? Yeah, and then you got questions like that are clearly just a joke around, and it's okay. Those are always great questions. We encourage those types of questions. Honestly, most of you guys ask really good questions. I love going back and reviewing some of the streams, and somebody will ask a really good question, and then I'll see how I answer it. You know, it's really cool. We have an entire channel and chat for it, too. Just because there's so many times where somebody's asked a really good question and a good answer was given, or just a good explanation was just randomly talked about. You know, the stream clips channel, if you have access to that, I would go through that. There's a lot of really good, quick 60-second clips in there. Should I make like a montage of those or something? Like just put them on a big compilation video? 60-second clips of Bueller. I think we have so many in there, it actually would make a pretty long video now. SPY in bottom part of range, Also a higher low of today's open. Like fastball Q&A. Top watches channel, Mel. Top watches. It's very easy to find. If you go up into the chat, it's above trade floor section. Again, remember, you can click these and it opens up channels. Learn and earn. Top watches. Leland's right here. And he hasn't even posted a chart because everything he's updated has already been charted. Same reason for why I didn't rechart SPX. It's like, why? Everything's the same. All we did was trade in range yesterday. And yeah, we did get some good movement, but we didn't really go anywhere. You can see they pushed above 4,300. They're sitting on top of 4,290. Or pushed up to 4,300. Sorry, holding on 4,290. Let me word that correctly. So right now you're looking for potential pressure to push bears further under, or for bears to continue holding. Or bulls to continue holding, sorry. All over the place. Don't trade the junk, exactly. No problem, Mel. Glad I could help you find that. If you guys are in the Discord and ever have any problems with finding something, just ask. I'd rather you ask me a repeat question than just sit there and be lost. Oscar runs his own dog place. That's crazy to think about, because that man literally worked like the hardest out of pretty much any Marine. Traded his ass off, and then instead of like going lazy and just like taking a break and relaxing for a long time, like dude goes and starts another business. Like, what a badass. That was one of those dudes that when I was stressing the most, kind of in the beginning of making my chat, that was one of those dudes that was there for me, was Oscar. I could message that dude anytime and that man will answer me. Yo, welcome Anders to the channel. Very happy to have you on board. Everybody say welcome to Anders and any of the new members today too, honestly. Glad to have you all on board today. Give me 1 second. I'll show you where to go look. Here we are. So if you go to the YouTube channel, this is how it should look right now at least. But if you click on membership right here, I'd scroll down further, but there's information I can't share with everybody. It's only for your eyes only. So I would go through that, check it out. There's 50 plus videos, a lot of really good information in there. Written information as well as video information, so it's kind of everything. Take your time though, don't think you have to rush through it. Hope you enjoyed though, Anders. Glad to have you on board. Me just happy there's a YouTube user with an easy name to say. I'm not gonna lie, at first I read Enders, and I was thinking that Nicolas Cage movie. Damn it, you Joe Enders. SPY's still flushing. We didn't even get a hold of 428.80s. They closed under after the only candle that held above it. Rejected once of the confusing candle, more bearish candle, and now we have a flush candle breaking today's open, holding on top of demand. So right now, guys, we've already seen the flush under this. What you're looking for now is a flush under 428.20s and 428. And if those both happen, you're most likely getting the 427.50 test, which would break us out of our initial range. Again, initial range being from open to whatever we have in the current area, which in this case is a 2 Diego supply and then the yesterday supply, which right now we're trying to hold as demand. Remember, if they can hold this as demand, this could be super bullish from here. They could build all kinds of consolidation from here, see new highs. If not, though, and they fade this, we'll be seeing really, really aggressive selling. Bigger range outside of this. Let me zoom it out. 5-day, 5-minute. Bigger range outside of this, if they do crack 428, they do break 427.40s. I'm trying to think about the future, what goes on past this. 426.60 and 426 area of demand from yesterday. So worst comes to worst, we're $2 down from where we are right now, trying to build some support, or we're saying right now we're in the same seat. So if we're sitting here, we have a chance of breaking support. Let's say 3 hours from now we're down here. We're in the same seat. We're in the exact same seat. Even though it feels like we're more bearish, we're in the exact same seat as where we are right here. So short term, if they could turn this bullish, that'd be super, super bullish. Especially towards the top side of the range, that'd be nuts. Let's see though. Let me draw my fib again. Kind of have one there. Again, high before the break, and then we have a good low being bought up. Alright, let me catch up on messages. Welcome, Alexis. Oh, my bad. Y'all are saying welcome to Anders. I'll shut up. Under the 9 on the 10. Good call out, Evis. Good call out, Wag. I remember you mentioning Amazon already. Good job, Pike. Round of applause. Make sure to post that review in either the YouTube Discord or the main Discord. I don't care either or both. Even better. More power to you, though, Pike. Very happy for you. XLK is breaking D. I'm going to assume he means demand. Yep, good call out. We even got a 3-bar play to the downside. Great call out, Evis. Heavy selling pressure on tech. We talked about this. Healthcare still just kind of sitting there. Potential break of comms. Let me zoom in. I can't see a damn thing. Banks sitting in demand. And really, we're just seeing a rejection / pullback on discretionary and then a break of tech. That's what you're seeing pull down the market right now. Good job, Evis. That's what I like to read. That's how I know someone's paying attention. All right, thanks for keeping me company before my work training. Love you guys. Thanks for the stream. No problem, Wag. Glad to have you on here, man. Always appreciate the interaction, engagement. I love seeing the repeat names in here, too. Glad to see you guys full of energy. All right, that fib might have been premature. I'll post yesterday's and today's later today. All right, awesome, Pike. Take your time, man. Have a great rest of your day, and I'm very, very happy for you. That's really what I'm happy about, is not even the fact that you won. I'm just happy to hear that you won, and it was with reasoning. That is the best part. You weren't like, oh, I randomly got in and I made money. I'm just happy I got a bag. Like, what? And really just a show of hands, who all posts reviews every day or when they can. You know, I know we all have work and family and lives to attend to, kids. Some of us have kids. But how many of you try to make it a habit to post a review every day or at least every week? You know, trying to at least be on top of that. And then how many of you would say you need to work on that? And be honest, it's okay if you have to. Everybody has somewhere to work on. Slacking, there you go. Being honest. Good job, Prophet. Have to work on posting reviews. There you go, David. See? Being honest with yourself. Can you put your hands up for both? Jack, you've been pretty decent on it. You might not be the quickest with it, but you do catch up eventually. And that's totally fine. Like I said, it's okay if you don't instantly go review. If there's time in between that, totally fine. Got to work on that. Wish I had more hours. Need to work on it. There you go. See a lot of you guys being honest. It's good to see. See, there's a lot of people in the same boat. And you're not the devil. You're not dumb for not reviewing instantly or posting them or being on top of it. No one's trying to make that point. But at least you're being honest. Get on that, though. This is your wake-up call. It's really easy. Here, I'll even show you an example. My trade from yesterday. I was trying to think what the hell to show you guys. Like right here. So, find your entry, find your exit. Just go market. Even just doing that. Just entry, exit. Go compare it to your levels. Why did you enter here? Why did you exit here? What was your stop loss when you entered here? Why was this your target? Or why did you exit? What was the reasoning behind that? Drop some thought process. Whatever. It's that easy. Just drop entry, drop exit, and some reasoning. All right, they're trying to hold this as demand, which that does make sense. But will it hold? So we'll see if this buy reaction turned into something more, or if they're just going to consolidate before breaking lower. We shall see. We have a 10-minute open under the 9. Could call it EVIS. You're staying on top of that 5-minute to 10-minute 9 EMA, man. I love it. I bet you've been getting really, really good visualization practice doing that. That's one thing that helped me a ton, was switching from the 5 to the 10-minute a ton. With the 9, without the 9, doesn't even matter. Either way, it just really helps read the story of what's going on, because you're reading two completely different time frames. Which, in a sense, they're both smaller time frames. But in a sense, they're two completely different ones, because the 10 minutes 2 times the 5-minute. You're getting a whole lot more information out of that. A little slower, but it might be a little bit more stable. Good to hear peoples. Good to hear maps. A little Rugrat at home takes a lot of my time. Hey, man, even just 5 seconds, and I'm not even speaking in terms of like you have to go post it in chat. Like, just for yourself, 5 seconds, 2 minutes to yourself is enough. Open up your phone, look at where you entered, look at where you exited, just kind of look over it for a second. How did you do according to your plan that you had beforehand? We're getting a lot of short-term retests today, guys. I need to try and post more, just too much going on with the other work. Then summer travel gets in the way too. Plus all them cameras and pictures you got, man. That's okay, Sandollar. You're just enjoying life. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I said, it's not always about posting. It's for you. If you want to go and chat and post, even more power to you. I think that's even better practice. But if you only have time to go view it for yourself, hey, man. At least get the necessary out of the way, right? We have a 10-minute open under the 9. I already read that. All right, I'm going to remove this fib so I can see my screen a little better. Let's go over to the 30-minute. We did get a rejection, and we have an instant pullback, taking everything out. So we'll see here in 6 minutes if this closes lower. If so, that adds even more bearish pressure. Of course, as I switch to the 30-minute, the 5-minute starts dumping. And I don't really say this a whole lot, but make sure to share this stream around to your friends or other traders alike. I know a lot of people are in search of a community to call their home, and you don't necessarily have to be a paying member to be, to call this place home. You don't have to be like that. You can be free. But I hope you guys are sharing this around to people you know of, or people that are in search of a community. I know there are a pretty big amount of people around that don't have a community or find one, and then it ends up being kind of shitty, or something bad goes, something goes wrong, whether it's on them or on the group. And then it's just a shitty situation. It's hard to put trust into another group, apply the time and energy into another group to feel part of another one. I can definitely understand that. So... And honestly, I'm just beyond blessed because we have some of the strongest areas of supply and demand every day. I mean, it's an everyday example in here of how effective these levels and supply and demand zones are. It's insane. Guys, check this out. Hold up 1 second. Check this out. He said, how my trading journal looks thanks to Nerdy Bicep and Bueller. It's WAG, of course. Badass, dude. But look at his trade review, or his trading journal now. This is what I'm talking about. I love it, too. Because I do pretty much all of this up until this part. So he does even more than I do now. Which, you don't have to do this, but in my opinion, this is the greatest form of practice, because now he can instantly remember not only what did he win or any of that. He doesn't have to look at this and go back through his chart. He can look at this and then go, all right, well, clearly I'm winning a lot on this or that. What kind of entry am I doing that on? And then he can read, okay, this is the entry I'm doing it on. Look at all these dubs. Lead test, lead test, lead test, lead test, a retest, a retest, a retest, a retest, 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 retest. Look, and all of these were like really good reviews. The first one I see that says L, he says was hoping for a 3-bar play. Like, his hope play was his L. Every other play had retest or lead test in it. That's crazy. So instantly he can go back and go, wow, I seem to do really good when I'm disciplined. Whereas someone who isn't as disciplined as you, WAG, making that journal like that, they're not going to be able to go back and make that decision as quick as you. It's going to take them weeks to figure out what you figured out. Yes, David, 80% entries. Both of those. Which a lead test, I've always said, I consider to be a little higher than a normal retest, because a normal retest is literally just like the first touch of something after it's already broken it. A lead test, you're essentially taking the more passive retest of something that's already been, that has structure, right? So I feel like a lead test is a little bit better, but they are exactly the same thing pretty much. I'm not trying to confuse anybody. I find journaling my trades breaks the insanity of doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. There you go. It's also just good to get your thoughts out. And you might not think about it or feel it while you're doing it, but whenever you go post in your trade journal or you go post in chat, and this is why we promote this mainly, to go post in chat or to post in your own trade journal, it's to get it out there. It's just to get it off your head, get it off your mind. Do you know why people go to therapy? It's not because therapy helps or does anything. It's because therapy, through the sense of it, helps people. You getting your emotions out, you getting your thoughts out, getting it off your chest, essentially, that is what you're doing. So by doing that in your trade journal, yes, you're doing this to where in the future it can help you out like WAG is doing, but also, it's just good to get it off your chest. It's good to kind of have that refresher. Like you said, the insanity of doing the same thing over and over. It's going to feel like that. Like I said, the hardest part of trading is not getting to a point of succeeding. The hardest part of trading is getting to the point of succeeding and maintaining that success, maintaining that level of discipline, maintaining that level of energy you apply to the markets every day and week. That is some hard shit. Anybody can make a trade click a damn button, but who can maintain doing that over and 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 over? I'm actually going to restart my trade journal right now because you said it. All right, let me reload briefing.com. We'll see what's coming up here. Since that sell-off, we have gotten a buyer reaction. They're going up. They're testing old demand as supply right now, though. Supply, turn demand, turn supply. This is an area where they are battling a lot today. Nothing new on briefing. Well, new stuff, but no new update like I was looking for. All right, let's go through some of the individual equities, and then we'll go through some of the sectors. Apple did pull back very aggressively like we saw in the tech sector. Again, when I say tech, guys, your brain should go straight to Apple, Microsoft, NVIDIA. That's where your brain should go instantly when I say XLK. When I say XLC, your brain should instantly go to Netflix, Meta, Google. When I say discretionary, your brain should go instantly to Tesla and Amazon. God, nasty sell-off by Amazon. That's definitely hurting that XLY chart because Tesla still holding up fairly well, even with that pullback. Netflix could be losing old supply. It was trying to hold it as demand. If they hold this as supply, this could be a flush. This is right back to where they were yesterday. The 50% fib lines up with the top of the demand, now supply. Good looks, David. Good job having the eye for that, too. When did you your new fib from 429.37 rather than 49.16? I didn't do it from 37. I did it from the high of the move before the break of the 9 EMA, and then I did to the low of where the first buyer candle popped up. This is the lead test fib. I didn't necessarily do it for 37, but I could see why you thought that. It's literally only 3 cents off. I'm just doing it from the last high made before the break of the 9 EMA. Again, just doing the lead test fib, which they seem to be flushing. They rejected it once, which again, I didn't draw it from here, so you would have known that then. But they came up to it once and rejected. They didn't even come up, make a golden pocket. They didn't come up, make a lower high. So very, very aggressive selling. Like I said earlier, you're getting a lot of short-term retests today. I have not been seeing a lot of those better passive retests happen yet. Which a couple lower highs happened from when we hit supply. But the further we've gotten down, the less they've been giving you those retests. But really, really good lead test again. I'm sure Leland and a few people in chat were talking about that. New low of day. Well, I guess I can erase these silly lines I just drew. Still flushing. Played that reject at the 50% slash top of supply and sold before recent low of day. Wow, David, you held a really nice move then. What percentage did you get on that? New low of day holding. They're under 428s, working towards 427.47. We'll see if they make it to that or not. The buyer move made it to supply. Will the seller move make it through demand? We shall see. Drop a like on the stream, though, if you guys are enjoying some of the updates. A lot of really, really good posts in chat as well. Leland is tearing up the Top Watches channel. So if you're in Discord and you have access, I would go review Top Watches right now. He said, and there's 4281, 4278 next stop. Good call out. Tons of good updates. BB Bot posted. Trade floor is going off. clean this up. I'm going to go to the 5-minute. I want to post this for my BB bot to show after we hit supply. Let's include this level here. Nasty. Yep, everything's selling off every sector. You can see my left side of my screen here. Everything's going red. Tech sold off through supply. Made it to demand. Look at that. Healthcare still holding. Comms rejected supply. Pushing through previous day close. Banks have been through supply, made it to yesterday demand. And discretionary, after breaking the 90 MA after consolidation, they have now made it to previous day demand. Or, sorry, supply. Previous day highs / supply. Alright, sorry guys, I was machine gun typing. Still getting a pullback, which you should get a larger pullback down towards 426.60s if 427.47 breaks. Again, we talked about each side of the chart to cover both scenarios beforehand, because what's the point in sitting here afterwards? Don't be kept in hindsight. Talk about the scenarios beforehand, and then afterwards you can do a really, really good review. Let's go through some of those individual equities. I see a lot of you guys. AMD did really good. Microsoft made it to the next area. Nvidia, nasty pullback. Amazon, nasty pullback. Google, nasty pullback. Comms are actually relatively holding decent. They're actually green on the day. SPX made it to my next level at 4279.56. Energy is green, I can tell, because XOM is doing great, and so is Chevron. Remember I told you guys about that too. Let's go to our sector charts. So let's do this. So remember when I said, even if tech slows down, again, I'm not saying they're going to pull back, but even if tech slows down, you have to understand the amount of energy that's in this sector can now be separated, divided up, and thrown into the other sectors. So, and think about that. If the largest sector has a small amount of pie taken out, that's like another new pie for these, because they're not as big as tech. Right? And it might not be these sectors, but what sectors did we talk about? Does anybody remember from last week? You can't see it because I haven't given you the answer yet. But from last week and from the week before and from multiple weeks before that, what sectors or backup sectors have we talked about are most likely getting some action today with tech pulling back? SPY's flat, guys. SPY hasn't really moved a whole lot. So that means other sectors are moving. What are those other sectors that we talked about the last couple weeks? Who all remembers? Zaya, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you on board of the loyal supporter gang. In a minute here, I'll show you where you can go look for all your new content and stuff. Staples was on the back end of that list, so you're not completely wrong. But some of the major sectors I talked about were XLU, XLI, we had a side conversation about XLE and XLP, which this is your answer, Pike Staples. But we had to talk about some of these side sectors possibly getting some movement finally. Look at utilities. They look bullish as hell. Look at industrials. They've already moved back up to the top side of their recent range. They with possibly more upside towards 104s. So you can see, even though tech has slowed down, Like I said, this doesn't mean they have to fully pull back for this to happen to the other sectors. This just has to slow down for that to happen. So hopefully a lot of you guys were paying attention. I feel like, and I wasn't trying to be, but I was one of the first people to talk about that with you guys. I started seeing a lot of people pop up on Twitter and Discord talking about it, and it was like, y'all are late. Like, this is already happening. So I don't want you guys to go, like, read this information somewhere else and then think, like, oh, it's just now happening. Like, no, we've been talking about this for, like, 2 weeks now. Anytime tech has an amazing breakout, every time we get to the slowdown point, they make their high and not necessarily break down and, you know, ruin everything that happened, but just slowing down. Like I said, not making new lows, not making new highs, just kind of sitting there to the right. The amount of energy that is going from that to the other sectors is immense. And you saw people in my chat destroy it. You saw Jazz destroy Cat. You saw Daffy destroy RTX. Those are not tech stocks. So I just wanted to make that very clear because I feel like that was very easy to see this time around. But past times that we've seen that slowdown and then that breakup of that energy put into the other sectors wasn't so clear. So I'm really glad it was super clear this time around. But Zaya, everybody welcome Zaya to the channel. Let me welcome you to the group as well. Here in the channel here, make sure you're looking at this screen. Go to the membership button. And I'd scroll down more, but there's a lot of information I'm trying not to share publicly to everybody. But go over to this video. You have this. I drop these once a week. I also drop other videos every week, so you have tons of extra content in here. But there's over 50 videos waiting there for you, so make sure to go through those. Take your time. Took a small loss on me. Amazon calls it open. Should have had a title or break-even stop-loss set, but got lazy. Hey, totally fine, Sandeller. There's your review right there. You've already done it now. See? You can take a loss and I'll still say good job. Plus, I know you'll bounce back hard. Your maturity speaks levels. Thanks, guys. Been watching Bueller for over a year. Wow. And this place has been tremendous help on my staircase method journey currently. Wow, let's go. Round of applause for Zaya. Welcome to this rad space in the web. You guys are awesome. It's like I have ESPN or something. Shout out to Josh and Leland. I know you get it all the time, but I'm newer and just a testament to expanding impact. Leland top watches from 523 in this week. Bro. Paper trade account is up 50%. Real account's up 22%. Very happy for you, David. And here I'll go do a quick review over what he posted today, just so people don't think we're like hyping up air. But he had a bunch of good information posted yesterday with charts, and I also had posted the same chart levels with Leland because he helped me adjust mine. But he said, fair value gap hitting, blasted right through, getting that second attempt at 4,300, just flushed at today's open. Definitely taking profit and chill if you grab puts at the 42.99 rejection, or look for another Lee test, demon emoji. A break of today's open we could look at, and then he labels targets. So they're already looking for another breakdown. They got their consolidation, they got their breakdown, they have their targets in front of them, they're in their trade. There is the previous day close, flush Roni. These flushes like this are great for your contracts. You should always trim and or take profit if you see this. He's talking about taking profit as it's pushing a new low, not after it made the new low and then you start to see a green candle appear, because momentum is starting to go against you at that point. You're making less money at that point. So you want to take profit as it's pushing a new low towards your target. When a level breaks like this, the algo is not expecting. IV expands. When IV expands, your contracts pump again because they don't have a reasonable way of calculating how much is your contract worth, because there is no worth. And then more updates. He talks about what levels are hitting, what stops to put in place, and he has his last contract highlighting where he's going to possibly try to take it if he can get there. So good job, Leland. Shout out to you. You guys ever get a glitch and your screen says you're up like a hell of a lot more than you're actually up? That just happened to me again. Paper trade account. Oh, wait, I already read that. Is the lead test the 50% retest? No. All right, so what you need to look up, Zaya, and you'll have access to this. Like I said, and please do not go try to trade these yet without trying to learn them first. Go to my YouTube channel. There's videos in this for the membership section as well, so go there first. But there's a playlist for this, literally called Lee Test. Click on it. Go through these. I'll give you a link to it. These are the Lee Test. I don't want to give you some like quick explanation and then skip over a bunch of points. You need to go through these. Bud and Target. Who posted those? Remember, if you're getting these from BBBot, that's not me, David. BBBot is my friend Mike, Callan, and I can't remember the third dude's name. Justin. I don't know why I couldn't remember his name. Just reminding you. Those are not me. Let's see, though. Let's see what they posted. No one posted, just curious because they've been beaten down. Oh, okay. You're just asking out of curiosity. Okay, my bad. Just because you said Target, I was like, oh, he has to be talking about Callan. They love looking at those. They have really good stable like charts, so that's why they like looking at them. But you said, what are your thoughts on Bud and Target charts? This is beaten down pretty nasty. They are at a pretty historical level. If I remember correctly, these are all monthly levels. Yeah, they are. They're all merging. No, they're not. Maybe they're weekly. Okay, that's what I did. I just drew the weekly highs. I didn't even do the in-between emerging candles. So I was literally just doing what I thought at the time were the most important levels. Let's do some more. I need to put a couple right there. From here to here. There we go. That looks a lot better now. There we go, yeah. Okay, so don't ever forget this area. This is probably the most important supply in this chart right now. Demand. Could draw it right there. You could be super passive about it and draw it from the low of that level to the high of that tiny red candle right here. And that would technically be where you're going. But I'm going to leave the bigger one. So I'm going to leave those there. New info added. So buyer reaction, most likely, again, as long as they're holding 127, you should expect touching 9 EMA in this area here. Until you've built better base, I don't think I'd start just randomly grabbing longs in this yet, especially with where the market's sitting right now. So be very careful on that. But I do like how well it's reacting to my levels. So keep bringing this up, and I will keep going back over it. But let's see if we can get some better consolidation here for more information. And if we can build up some good rejections against this, we could even take more shorts back to 127. Let's not just think about building base going back up. Let's also think about more opportunities for more downside. So below 127, retest of 140. We can look for those. And here, I'll give you my charts so you can have it too. We can have the same one. There you go. Awesome, though. And then you said Bud. I think that's Budweiser, right? Yeah, Anheuser. Oh, they're like the same chart almost. Alright, so let me do the monthly. We did a little differently on the target chart. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm charting the emerging candles. This is the TA routine, also known as the technical analysis routine. This is how we get a lot of our levels for the bigger and smaller time frame. Just getting myself some vague levels here to go off of so I can start to look at this a little more. Daily. There we go. So we have an area of... I'm just going to highlight all of this to be honest. No, whoa. Reversal. So go from here to the top of the last red candle. So here to here. Got a nice gap range here. There's a lot of gap ranges on this chart. I feel like I'm looking at a Chinese ticker right now. Alright, so they went into a gap. Looks like they just finished filling one. Yeah, it looks like... I really do feel like I'm looking at like a Chinese tech chart right now. But they hit a gap area, didn't quite fill it all the way, and they're back against the 9, which, again, anytime you get a buyer reaction, a lot of the time that random spike is going to the 9 EMA on the daily. So that's a really good just kind of median thing, and it's the same exact thing as, like, you know when I tell you guys when we break on the 5-minute 9 EMA to go out to the 10-minute to see if that's where we're going to go test? Because it's a natural area to go test after breaking lower, or even higher, vice versa. That's the same exact thinking on going and retesting the 9 EMA on the daily after a nasty dip. It's the same exact thinking. SPY made a new low of day. They did push through 427. If you did take shorts from any of the ideas posted by me, Leland, or anybody in chat, because I know a lot of my members are very confident in their post, this is a great time to just kind of take your profits and relax, because we've gotten some pretty nasty dips, and nobody knows that it's going to keep going. Now, tech did break a support. Healthcare is trying to build to move higher. Comms building base. A couple other sectors move lower. Man, Tesla's down under 2%. Jesus. Every sector pulling back through. See, this is the exact reason I love to cover both sides of the story, because I'm not joking. I did not see a single person around me post like bearish plans. It really felt like everybody was like so bullish, it was insane. Like everybody was just talking about targets above. Nobody was talking about what happens if we come back down. Always cover both sides of the story, guys. It does not take you that much longer, and it's not going to kill you to do it. Don't be biased. It's so easy to be biased. Don't do it. Don't be like everyone else. Don't be biased. Don't think choosing a side of a story is how you live your life. I don't know why I don't post charts more often. I should. I'm pretty sure I actually know it would help me significantly anywhere. There's my first chart posted. Feedback, Senior Josh. Let's go look. Let's go look. Leland said, best believe I took them profits, boy. 205% on his last trade, and he made it down to that area that we just talked about together. Good job, everybody. Good job, Leland, overall. No problem, Leland. You deserve all the credit, man. My bad, Julian. Going now. I was trying to catch up to all this. Wait, you're Satch, right? Like, just triple checking. You are Satch. I don't need to ask that again. Don't even answer. You are Satch. Break of consolidation, 5 contracts, MES paper, 3 taken, 4. Watch, he'll come back and be like, I'm not even Satch, dude. I'm username. You don't know me? Oh my god. You took like an early lead test entry, took really good profits, and then you held like you were Leland. You held all the way. Dude, you pretty much traded just like Leland. That was the Leland trade today. I'm not joking. If you go compare what you just did to what's posted in top watches, that's the exact same trade. You even held your last runner to where Leland just held his runner. Y'all just took the exact same trade almost. It might be off by like a couple of minutes, but it's almost the exact same. Yo, look at these trade reviews, guys. Holy. It's just still going. Hold up. Alright, so when I stopped looking at them, it was here. Come back down. Creator Trades posted a really good lead test. Get a fire. Look at a super fire on that. There we go. Yeah, spaceship. Or whatever the hell that was. Good job, Mel. Here's Julian. Look, he took the early lead test, took profits at the low, and held his runner all the way to that farther out target. And then here's the king himself. So many good traders in chat. It's insane, guys. Like, we're just giving Leland praise. You go to trade results, and it's like, we got like 50 Lelands in here now. Username, spy over pre-market high and flags for 22% net. Trade plan, dropped it in the trade flow. You can click that. It'll take you straight to it. It's right here. I don't understand the laughing emoji. Damn, nice little bull flag, and then you can go back. Of course, with my mouse, I have it set. Talks about entry, his scale outs, his exit, what he could have worked on. Again, this is what I always talk about with you guys. Adding extra notes. Look at all these extra notes he has. That's going to help him out so much more. He also has extra notes on his chart. First trade. Talks about everything else inside of that. Beautiful. Eric. Amazing gains. Adding on top of your $700 you made earlier. Amazing, amazing day, Eric. Seriously. Jack said, Poots, give me my call loss back. Sold 2. 2 left, sold 1, 1 left, 112 to 190, sold his last for 240. Round of applause for Jack. Let me give you a super reaction. We'll give you a super reaction too. Well, I'm trying to get off Discord and y'all keep posting amazing trade reviews. 3 great trades with Google. I took 3 put trades on Google from 128.28 retest to current day open. That's what CDO stands for, current day open. Alright, so entry, stop loss. Took some profits, moved stop loss. Entry for Poots on the retest. Wow. Really good job, Jazz. Let's give you a goat. Whoops. Whoa, whoa. That was freaky. Do that again. Oh, it's like a ghost. Okay. Your goat is Danny Phantom. That's not you? Yeah, see, I knew I was retarded. What's your name on chat again? Sorry, there's like a billion of you. Okay, there you are. Wait, so where did you post it when you said you posted it? Because I see your new one. Okay, here you are. Alright, well, either way, Satch, you did a literal trade next to Leland. Let's see what he did. Okay, so he's on SPX too, though, at least. Entered here at the golden pocket with flow momentum. Took profits at the daily open, then again at the 100%. Then I have run. Jesus. Okay, so nice. You took the lead test, took it down, took a good portion of profits, and then you had runners down to your next area. Really good job, Julian. You should have more confidence, man. That was a beautiful post. Everything made sense. You circled entry, exit. You talked about why you liked it, what you didn't like, what was reasoning. That's everything, dude. Now, you try to keep the chat clean. Make sure y'all guys post in trade results when you go post these. And then, of course, I moved the news bots into here so you guys don't have to get spammed by them anymore. Even though one of them is not popping up here. Oh, there it is. Okay. Lulu employees risk losing their jobs if they try to stop a thief from stealing. What? I guess they're like, let them take the product. There's no need to get, put yourself in danger. What a way to un-Americanize somebody. Isn't that like a super, like, hero type thing to do, though? Like, if somebody's taking some shit and you go stop them, I mean, you're a hero. You just stop them from taking something. This is a bullshit lie. Millennials' average net worth is not 128K. I'll tell you that right now. This is another bullshit stat I saw. I love these millennial stats today. They're so wrong, it's not even funny. I'll have to show y'all where to get the better statistics, but there is a way better Bureau of Statistics to get these from. Honestly, just blessed to have super, super, super accurate levels. How's everyone in stream though? What are the vibes? Everybody still good? We're still alive. You guys enjoying it? Peoples, let me go look at your trade. Yo, Peoples, you didn't just call it a trade. You call it a trade. Damn. What a journey in that chat. What are the chances I created 2 insane Discord servers? Are Discord servers just my thing? That's crazy. I mean, what a weird thing to be good at, but I'll take it. God, I'm so proud of you, Peoples. I love the amount of confidence I see in these messages. Now, don't get ahead of yourself. Today, great. Have that energy. Tomorrow, though, you need to be completely reset like today didn't even happen. Take today's lessons into the next day, but don't take today's results into tomorrow. Either way, the People's not taking away from you. Very proud of you, man. Very happy for you. Round of applause for Peoples, everybody. Round of applause for David. He's also had some insane growth. Round of applause for Julian, another person with insane growth here very recently. It's cool to look at SPX and SPY. Our low of day stopped just at the 4272.88 area on your SPX chart. Let's go to that. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, if you mean on Leland's, my bad. Good job, though, People's fat step in the right direction. The power of the green name, I'm telling you. This is my risk with overtrading. I set the SPY scalp in motion, didn't expect such a quick pop. Moved over to the other platform to set up SPX call scalp, and it jumped right away. Looked back at the SPY scalp and closed it quickly to take my profits. Very risky, but I'm in another one of those multitasking moods today. Oh, hey, man. Take note of it, though. You know, you just said it yourself out to us, so clearly you're aware of yourself and what kind of mood you're in and everything. You know, everything revolving you. So kind of take that and think about it. You know what? I don't really feel like taking another trade. I'm going to just move on. You know, and it seems like you've already taken a couple really good trades today, Sandollar. You know, so you have that door, you know, to go down. You have that door to open and say, you know what, I'm done for the day. I don't need to. I'm not really in the mood. I just need to take care of some things and do this or that. And if you are in a multitasking mood where you feel like you're doing good, you can keep doing whatever, you know, keep doing you. But like you said, your risk with overtrading, you know, it's really up to you. So personal preference, I guess, on what kind of mood you're in each day. But don't overdo it. I know you know better. You're a lot more mature than me. I know you can do it. Some days I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't. Well, you're our little nut, so it's okay. Pike said, I'm your fan, peoples. I watched a big chunk trading in the zone series from your reviews. Hey. Get your peoples. And yeah, I always forget to do that. Y'all need to help me remember that more. I'm going to blame y'all. But when you go to my channel, yes, there's a lot of videos on my channel. Yes, there's so many different things you can click on. But channels is a really cool button because these are all people that are personally in my communities and make videos on their own accord, on their own, on their own work, on their own time, on their own whatever. But go support these guys. Each and every one of them are very dear to me and are in the community and very awesome. Leland, Marinte, username Jonathan, Peoples, Daffy, Shane. Everybody in here is really, really, really cool. But every single one of them have really good content. Even if they only have like 1 or 2 uploads and they haven't been uploading, that 1 or 2 upload they have relates to everything you do here. Nice bullish divergences on the small caps. Good look, Sand Dollar. Amazon's still going dive, 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 no zero bubble. Yeah, I guess they're waiting for a soft bottom, Sand Dollar. Some sand on the bottom, some mud, some soft mud. Hit them a bottom. It's crazy. You keep saying zero bubble. I keep thinking of that stupid movie. What's that movie called? I don't have to look it up. It has Gerard Butler in it though, and in the movie, the guy who's like not even really the protagonist. He's just like a guy. But he died. But he was the first John Wick boss. If you guys have seen John Wick, the first boss in that. But he died before that movie came out. They'd finished it and everything. No. It's older than that. It's younger than that movie. Hunt for Red October's with Indiana Jones' dad guy. But yes, that movie's good too. But no, in this movie though, he died before the movie came out, and it was like really sad and shit. But the movie was really cool, and they did some really cool zero bubble scenes. But no, Red October is like the original goated submarine movie. You like how I remembered that? I was like, Indiana Jones' dad. Hunter Killer, there you go. That's the name of the movie. Yeah, with Gerard Butler, there you go. Sean Connery, thank you. Yeah, Sean Connery was a goat. Alec Baldwin's innocent, I told y'all. Just from the beginning, it never made sense for it to be Alec Baldwin's fault that someone got shot by a fake gun. It's like, what? He didn't load it. He didn't make the gun. He didn't bring it on set. He's doing what the script told him to do. Coincidence? Then you could maybe argue that, but my boy's innocent. Bubble boy. Exactly, Sandollar. Oh my god. I was just sitting here. I didn't even drink water. That was oxygen. God. I just almost died on the mic. And it was just oxygen. Ooh-sa. Third round of puts coming through. Is that what I'm seeing? Tech's still selling off, guys. They're turning demand into supply. That is not good at all. You could be seeing more leg downs on SPY. Yeah, right as I'm saying it, Eves. Beautiful job. Eves is saying it right as I was switching over to the sectors. Healthcare not getting any pop. They're also weak. Comms at demand. Keep that on watch. That's your Google, Netflix, Meta. Banks got a little bit of a rounding move off of a good level from bigger time frames. And discretionary, kind of in the same seat as tech, just not in the same spot. Again, tech's like down here, but in the same sense, they're doing the same things, trying to get away from old highs. We'll see, though. SPY is battling a really, really big support of pre-market. We have shitty air quality right now. Yeah, I don't know what I just experienced. When your own oxygen's trying to kill you, man, that's how you know. That's called schlucking yourself when you choke. Okay, I didn't need to read that word out loud. I did a contract in Northridge for a year. The foreigners doing the work study programs wanted to visit Hollywood. They were shocked how it looks so ghetto. They're like, wow, California looks really good in all your pictures. I feel like there's a lot of places that do that, though. No, I know, Jack. The word sounded so crazy. It almost sounded like I was being dirty. All right, guys. Well, let's talk about a potential update here. What's possible for the rest of the day. So, in terms of SPY, you have sold off enough to where it's like at a point where you can't really just enter new shorts yet without getting a little bit more confidence in a better move here. So what you might need to see for more bears in the future is us to actually break this down here, or even pull back up and get a better test of this for a better rejection to come back down to the low of day. That might be what you're looking for. Bulls are going to be looking to build some consolidation and work through this area, get back above today's open, so keep your eye on that. Bigger time frame wise, you guys should already be set. All we've done is just pull back a little bit from these recent highs. We haven't even cracked this recent support here. Again, you're kind of keeping your eye on this. If that cracks, you're looking for more break below, down towards 425, and then this gap fill below. So that's a really good game plan for below. Above, again, you're just looking for new highs or for a hold of support from anything. So see if we can get any of that. But that's your update for the day. I am going to end the stream there. I'll see you guys later. $100, I will go to the Amazon chart for you. I have a level at 122, but don't ignore 123. I know I don't have it marked, but it is a psychological level there. But I see you guys later on. Hopefully you guys enjoy the update, some of the information from today's stream. Remember to tune into tomorrow's Discord stream. Devin should be in there. If he's not, then we'll just drop normal updates. And then, of course, we have full day Friday still, so be on the lookout for that. I can't wait to drop some new updates on Friday. We had a change in pricing on the lifetime thing because we moved over bots, and we can actually accommodate for a lot lower of pricing. So if you guys were looking for lifetime, there is a huge discount on that right now because of the new update. And that's not a discount or anything. That's just the set price. So we'll see you guys later on. And all that good stuff. Love you all. Thank you for tuning into the stream, catching some of the updates. I felt really energetic today. Everything was super clear today on the market. Levels-wise, supply, demand-wise, everything made sense. So I'd say today was a fairly awesome day. I'd say today was good, clean, price action. Nothing was too hard to look at. Everything made sense. Might have been aggressive, but it made sense. So I'm very happy with today so far. And hopefully you guys are as well. But tune into the Discord. Get more updates, conversate, engage with other traders within the community. And I'll see you guys later on. Have a great rest of your day.